Hello everyone, this is KJPC Gaming. We are back in No Man's Sky 3.37 with a new save, Permasoft. I'm only calling this Permasoft because of the start. We're going to do all of the hard stuff. We just happen to have a lush planet to start with instead of having to fight constant hazard protection. But that it will come because we do not have the nanites to buy all of the hazard shields, and we still have a starter ship, C-15, and we're in a system with pretty terrible ships, to be honest with you. These fighters all have the potential to be S-class, as I noted on yesterday's episode, but they're all kind of terrible. So yesterday, Lava Lamp 64 helped me start a new permadeath save after all of my save files were deleted by uninstalling GOG. I was able to restore my files up to March 17th of this year, which predates the permanently crazy save by quite a couple of weeks at least. So that save is gone, and there is no way to get it back. Before you shout at me, turn on Cloud Save. Cloud Save and No Man's Sky do not mix. You need to manually back up your saves, which I did ahead of an update. The problem with Cloud Save is that No Man's Sky saves have two parts. And Cloud Save only grabs the most recent part. So if you lose the save or you delete the save to start a new one, then Cloud Save, if it was a manual save that Cloud Save grabbed, then your file will become corrupted and you won't be able to save because every save has a different identification code that we call a seed. And so if it's a manual save, the first save that you get in No Man's Sky is automatically an autosave because you get in and out of your ship a couple of times before you can get off the planet. If the two saves are different, then Cloud can't overwrite that. And that's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. So turn off Cloud saves for No Man's Sky. All right, today we need to drop a base computer and get ourselves a hyperdrive, so we better get busy. Let's get down to the planet. Lava made me a save beacon so that I could find the same location again after coming back to the space station. That planet is dangerous. I almost got killed. Oh boy, it was rough getting the terrain manipulator, let me tell you. There is our home planet. It's pretty darn nice. It's got ancient bones. It's a paradise planet. It's called Nasisco. We're going to move to 2C. But I quite like Nasisco, so we might spend some time here. If I can find enough salvage data to keep me going and get to the storage container before I get tired of it, then we'll be able to put some stuff away and go ancient bone hunting this week before we move on. But we do want to get that hyperdrive going. And in order to do that, we have to follow the mission, which is in the lower right corner. Habitation program initializing. The base computer claims a site for construction. Find a suitable area and deploy the base computer. Access the build menu with Z, and that of course is PC instructions. It'll tell you which button on your controller to hit if you're using a PS4, PS5, or an Xbox. So I found this trade post by just flying across the surface of the planet, following the star bulb. There's a patch of star bulb right over there. You can see it glistening on the ground. And I followed that. Followed the patches of star bulb, and it brought me to this place. I don't think it's going to let me land next to my save beacon. Maybe. Woohoo! We're going to give this a few seconds before we get out of our ship. There we go. A lot of people say I get frozen and my game crashes getting out of my ship. If you give it that time, you let the engines cool down, count to 5 or 10, whatever you need to do based on what console or system you're using, that crash will stop almost completely. Uh, However, Hello Games is working on it, and they are trying to fix that. We had a massive update to the game, and yeah, it's definitely caused a great many bugs. In fact, it reminded me of Next. I've met all these people. Are you still all people that I met? Yeah. Let's see, where should we put the base computer? I hesitate to put a base computer on a trade post because of my very first series during Next. Sometimes the trade post was there, sometimes the trade post was not there, but we'll put it right here and we'll build our base off of the side so that we at least land on the ground ourselves. Here we go. There is our base computer. Lava Lamp gave me a few starting supplies. They are going to run out very quickly. I tend to use stuff. I don't tend to hoard stuff very much, except when I'm getting ready to make stasis devices. Then you got to hang on to stuff. There is the build plans. And we will see exosuit guidance alert, constructing bases. Let's see how many build parts we have carbon for. Let's see if I can get that in the dark there. It says wood floor panel, carbon available to build 50, which is awesome. We're going to actually start with a wall so that we can get ourselves off the deck. And we'll put that right up against the deck. There we go. We're going to need stairs, but we're going to need cover. So we'll go that way. Come on, there we go. We might need to go right into the build camera here. Come on. Their base computer's online already. Doesn't want me to be there. No, no, no. I need to pick this up, it's in my way. Oh, there's a floor. I need to go inside. That floor didn't go where I wanted it to go. This storm is automatic, so even though it's a paradise planet, we're going to get these automatic storms. It's okay. We can get rid of that. And put that one in. And scooch you over there. Oh, I'm at the edge of the thing, so there we go. All right. Now we're making some progress, even though I'm too far away. Turn maybe. I don't quite want to turn the way I want it to go because we're too far away. All right. Good grief with these storms. Maybe I can put a roof over that and walk back over there. That would help. Here we go. This is a little bit overcomplicated. Are we safe in here? No? There we go. We'll get this to move on so that we can do the next step. There is our construction research unit. All right, now I can do this. There we go. Alrighty. And get rid of, I think we can get rid of this wall. And we will put, there we go. No. If I didn't have so much carbon, I wouldn't be fooling around. And we are going to put a wall over there. There we go. And we're going to put a temporary wall here for shelter. There we go. Now it wants us to build a base construction unit. So we are going to need to put down our refiner. And I don't think I have magnetized ferrite. Let's just check. I did kill a couple of pirates, but I do not. So we'll make some magnetized ferrite with pure ferrite. We need a very tiny bit of this. So we're just going to make 20. 2 to 1 pure ferrite to magnetized ferrite. You can see down here in the bottom right corner, it's telling me to make 20 magnetized ferrite. I always forget to point that out after a certain point. It's worth noting. And now we need a carbon nanotube, and we've got carbon that's condensed. That's condensed. There's our regular carbon right there. And there's a carbon nanotube. And now it's telling us to construct the thingy. There it is, construction research unit. You can learn all of the wood parts, all of the metal parts, and all of the concrete parts. They all take a different resource to use. So wood obviously takes carbon, metal takes ferrite, and concrete parts all take silicate powder. So it's kind of a little bit funky to get over this rail. Yeah, maybe it's not so bad. I can raise this roof by a half step by learning the quarter wall. And we can spy on ships from this deck, although we can't see that deck up there, but that's okay. All right. Research buildable technology. We don't need structures right now. We just need technology. We need a teleportation device based teleport module. We're going to need a biofuel reactor because the game requires it, and it's above what we need on the tree. We will want to learn how to make the save beacon, even though Love made me one. It's very nice of him. And wire is free. Batteries, solar panels, and we won't have enough to get the hazard protection units. So I'm going to hang on to that 10 salvage data. And from here you can get all of the rest of the construction parts for basic building. We'll have to go to the anomaly to learn electromagnetics. All right, our base can be renamed, which is pretty groovy. It can also be uploaded because I made it so huge. Let's call it Nasisco spawn base, or you can say first base. And we will go ahead and upload. That's pretty cool. And I will show you The glyphs, this is where we are located, down in the lower left corner. This is in Eisentam, the 10th galaxy. So if you want to come here to this planet, the only reason there's a storm, remember, is because I'm in the expanding the base mission. Or not expanding the base, but I'm in the beginning mission and there are automatic storms. Otherwise, this planet is stormless. It is, like I said, it's in Eisentam. And there it goes, the last storm that this planet will have. And I will show you what this planet looks like in the daytime. You can see it's quite pretty. It's got some super interesting mountains. And it's also got these big wide valleys, which we're going to take full advantage of as soon as I save my game. We're going to leave the ship on the landing pad because no matter where you are, if your ship is on a landing pad, regardless of the condition of its launch thrusters, you can call it to you. Now, it does want me to make a teleporter. For that, we are going to need metal plate and carbon nanotubes. And because we have a few dollars in our pocket, like I said, I'm going to be spending this money pretty quickly. I'm going to buy 5 because I'm going to need something for the biofuel reactor as well. And now it's counting that I bought those 5. And then we'll need to make carbon nanotubes. And it's counting that off. There we go. And now it says build a base teleport module. I'm going to go ahead and stick that in here in the corner. There we go. The next thing it's going to want me to do is build a biofuel reactor in particular. You can skip this part, by the way. After you name your base, you can go directly to the space station and start asking people, for information about how to build a hyperdrive. But I like to do this part because I want the teleporter. There's our biofuel reactor. Now we have to wire it. And now for the mission's sake, we have to power it. But let's not use a lot of fuel doing that because that would be a waste. I'm just going to drop 10 carbon in there. There we go. Powering the base, fuel the biofuel reactor. Woohoo! I hit my head. Woohoo! Alright, we'll let that accept that the mission is done, and then it'll tell us to do the next thing. Here we go. Base archives updated. You can see the little signal above the base computer there. When you're playing any regular mode other than expeditions or creative mode, it's really important that you follow the vast majority of these steps. Like I said, you can skip building the teleporter. Right, it's telling me base computer archives have reached their end. It seems there is nothing more I will learn from them. My predecessor appears to have left their base and headed for the space station. Since we've already been to the space station ourselves, we can just teleport up there. And again, we won't need hardly any fuel to do that, just long enough to look at the teleporter and click on the space station. Boom. And it'll probably lose power before we even get there. If you started No Man's Sky for the very first time by playing Expeditions, this is what you missed. This is the part that teaches you how to fix your ship and build your first base and all of that good stuff. All right, I was checking to see if the stuff is back. The next step is to talk to the people on this deck. Don't talk to merchants, don't talk to agents, don't talk to anybody except for these vagabonds hanging out on the deck. Because otherwise you'll never be able to talk to those particular people again. We're going to ask about other travelers. We're going to ask this dude. We've heard this number 16. What does it mean? He's afraid of it. One more guy, the number 16. We are watching you, traveler friend. Find what we have left you. Though the alien speaks, the words are not their own. A string of code is echoed back to me through the red glare, logged directly to my exosuit. The crimson light fades away, and I see the life form staring at me through its visor. Whatever has happened, they don't appear to have seen it. I should leave. Perhaps my base computer would be able to make something of this code. Right, so the next step is to return to our base. And again, we can just use the teleporter to do that in a Cisco spawn base. We'll have to be very careful because our teleporter hangs out over a chasm, so we'll watch very carefully to make sure that we're not falling. It is a good idea to have a roof over your teleporter, though. There we go, because we're trapped. See, it's pushing us up, but the roof stopped us from going any higher. All right. Now we've got the signal over our base computer again. Archives terminated. Select new task. Begin decryption. Decoding 16 message. Follow. The traveler finds their wings. Fly to us and claim your place among the stars. All right. Life signs detected. Reach the decoded coordinates. First, I have to reach a landing pad that's not in use. How far away is that? 6 minutes on foot. Let's see if I can find a landing pad. It may want me to use the new visor. If so, we're going to try to identify this place without messing around too much. Alrighty. And here we go. It's only a few seconds away in your ship, but you will need launch fuel to leave, I think. Maybe not. Yeah, see, it wants me to land here and use the new visor to locate the position it wants me to actually be in. Mission destination reached, land to begin search, but you can see this gigantic freighter right here. It has a landing beacon, which is a free takeoff point. So we're actually going to land here. And you can, if you want, use the new visor. It'll tell you that you are at your destination, target and range, and it's right there. It is going to send you to a freighter regardless. So whichever crashed freighter is close to that point, go there because it's free launch. Right, the signals led me to the wreck of a freighter nestled among the debris. The pilot's log is blinking. Read the log. Instead of displaying the ship's log, it gives me a sequence of numbers. The anomaly comes for the stars. Take flight. A schematic for a hyperdrive is given to me, but it's not a hyperdrive for a freighter. It's a hyperdrive for a small ship like ours. And there's the hyperdrive, 125 chromatic metal and 5 microprocessors. So we could just install that into tech here. Here we go. We've got the microprocessors and the chromatic metal. Lava actually gave me both of those things. I'm going to go ahead and load that. And I bought this A-class hyperdrive, or maybe he gave it to me. I think I bought it. No, he gave it to me, that's right. I forgot. And we happen to have hypercore fuel. But it's still going to tell us where to go get that, I believe. All right. Auto diagnostics report hyperdrive successfully installed. Hyperdrive fuel status empty. If it doesn't say that, then reload your game and don't load your hyperdrive until you get this signal, because you need to know how to make those things. Let's take off and crash into that fighter. Search for any matter traces. It didn't like my first scan, so let's go up into orbit. Alright, as soon as you see asteroids, you can run your scan again. And scanner detected antimatter trace reached the marked coordinates. Oh, good. It's not the really dangerous planet. It's a frost planet. Yay. This signal is going to take us to an abandoned terminal where we're going to learn how to make a warp cell. The hypercores were a gift from lava. Aria Gamma. It's a terrible name for a frost planet. Right. We're almost there. We have just enough time to fly to another star system. And because I bought that A-class hyperdrive, I'll be able to make it there. You can see it wants me to land in the middle of the ocean and use that new visor. But there's an abandoned building right there. That's our destination. So you always want to look for this while you're still in your ship, because especially in permadeath, the planet that you land on may not be so safe. But you can see the signal has moved. And here we are. We're going to look at the ceiling because there might be a whippy plant attached to it. You can also do that in camera mode. Oh, look. Damaged machinery. Cool. And we got a mining beam module. Very nice. Let's go ahead and use it. Wouldn't be KHAPC Gaming without a rooster crowing in the background. All right, where is the terminal? There it is, right there. All right, got to get rid of this. You can turn residual goop into nanites. It takes a lot of residual goop and a lot of carbon to cook it. So just keep that in mind. If you're in normal mode, you can save up to 9,999 in one slot, and that makes it worth it. Terminal is clogged with an unnerving slime. The device opens, revealing a single unblinking crimson eye. It prints out the blueprint for antimatter. Take the blueprint. You will find us when the time is right. 16 on repeat. There's antimatter, chromatic metal, and condensed carbon. And we also automatically learned how to make an antimatter chamber, which is oxygen and ferrite. There we go. There's a warp cell. And since we've already loaded the warp drive, it should just send us right through to the next thing. Always catch these region markers. It says save and chart on it. Every region has one of these, and every building has one of these, except for monoliths and ancient ruins. So it's quite chilly here. And we'll grab this stuff and sell it. And we'll grab that. All right, let's fly to the next star system. We just grabbed a manual save, so our save file is updated. And now we can go. Hyperdrive refueled, launch into space, and test the interstellar drive. All right, let's see if we can find it. It's only about 20 light years away. And anomalous signal. It may not let me go there because it wouldn't let me start there. There's Kiyose. We've been there before. Look up. There it is. Anomalous signal blocking warp. That's unfortunate. We'll be able to go there next time. So let's go to... not really sure exactly where Sendab is. So let's see here. I don't remember what its relative position was, but we'll go to this Viking system, Jotekeg. Viking systems are special because on the space station itself is between 80 and 160 nanites just in nanite machines. One in the bar, which is on the left side, and one in the other back room, which is where the mission agent is. So lava was actually here already. And there is our ship monitoring system. Searching for other routes. Obtained. Destination in 16. Accept guidance? Sure. Plotting route. Fuel source. There it is right there. And that is a toxic planet. All right, let's go to the space station. And when we come back next time, we will go there to the toxic planet and get our free warp cell. And carry on. We definitely want to go back to Nasisko. There is ancient bones there, and we know that the planet is free of predators because we started on the planet. And we know the Sentinels are going to be chill because of that as well. Let's see if I can get my guy in the light. There we go. All right, you guys, I want to thank you all so much for coming along. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. If you're enjoying the content, please click the like button. And as always, have a great day.